How do you get high-value clients to come to you? Well, how do you do it? Well, we're going to find that out right now. Let me know if this has ever happened to you. You get on a call with a prospect and he says, "Tim, I can't believe I'm getting to talk to you. I go to bed every night watching your videos." All right. Do you think that call's gonna go good for you? To make sure that that happens for you, well, maybe not in such a creepy fashion, but make sure that a prospect talks to you and they're just thrilled to get to speak to you or someone in your company. They're so excited to work for you. To be able to do that, you've got to take advantage of what I call the two audience theory. There's two basic audiences for your business and for your personal brand. That's the broad spectrum audience, the people who like your stuff, they find you mildly entertaining, but they like your stuff, they like paying attention to it, they consume some of your blog posts, they watch some of your videos, they listen to your podcasts, they're just generally a fan. This group of people will probably never give you any money or not very much money. And then there's the second audience. This is the one that everybody tries to focus on. This is one that all the instructional manuals are about. All the courses are about this one. It's, pick a niche and have this target audience. Just focus all your energy serving that one group of people because that's the fast way to money. And yes, it is the fast way to money, but it's very limiting. It will slow down the growth of your company. It'll slow down the opportunities that your personal brand can bring you. So let me show you how. The first time I came across this idea, before I named it the two audience theory, I was meeting with a guy named Heaton Shaw. He's the former founder and owner of Kissmetrics, and this was either like right before he sold Kissmetrics or right after, and I asked him a question about why their blog covered so many different topics outside of SEO, the stuff that their software was really meant to solve. Why did they cover so much? Because it costs them a lot of money to create all this content for people who were unlikely to buy their software. Heaton told me that they decided to go after a broader audience, anyone who had any interest in online business. If you were wanting to run an online business, whether it be e-commerce, a little niche site, it didn't matter what you're trying to accomplish online, you were probably looking for information on how to do it. He wanted to get in front of that audience because he knew that at some point down the road, not sure when, but at some point, those people who were going after some of the even very beginner content were learning about online business and would eventually need stuff that they actually provided. And they would come back to the Kissmetrics blog and start reading about the actual content that was designed to get them to use the software. Then a few years later, I started paying attention to Gary Vaynerchuk. Sure, I knew of the guy and had been paying attention a little bit over the course of years, but I decided to start studying him because it looked like he was doing the two audience theory. He was putting out all this content to people who, well, weren't going to be his customers. They were never going to come to his agency and give VaynerMedia any money. So why was he doing all this work? Why was he building this massive personal brand for people who were never going to become customers of VaynerMedia? That didn't make any sense. And if you were to listen to the gurus, they would tell you that's a complete and utter waste of money. You should never go after the broad spectrum audience. You should only focus on your niche. Well, Gary's been proving this for over a decade, that the two audience theory is what you should be doing. If you want to get people to come to you who truly desire working with you, they have to see you as a bit of a celebrity. They have to see you as somebody who has not just expertise, but authority, maybe even Kardashian level celebrity. Really hate that I just mentioned the Kardashians. Just hate that. By creating content that's highly attractive to your broad spectrum audience, this is people who are not directly your customers, but maybe one day in the far-flung future, they will be. Or maybe they just become a fan of your personal brand and they start buying your books and they start buying your courses. Maybe they start donating to your Patreon account and they maybe even buy your shoes. They come out like Kevin Kelly's 1,000 True Fans and they just support the things that you do. As this broad audience starts supporting you, consuming your content, and you start building up a bit of celebrity, you build up a bit of notoriety, your target market is going to take notice. They're going to want to work with you because your personal brand has expanded, your opportunities begin to expand, and your target market actually takes notice of this. They don't consciously notice it, because most people don't consciously notice what Kissmetrics was doing. They don't consciously notice what Gary Vaynerchuk is doing. They just follow along and go, wow, isn't this cool? And this is something that started to dawn on me as I was discovering the two audience theory. As I was diving into agencies like Gary Vaynerchuk's VaynerMedia and Social Chain and the GOAT agency and a few others that have all started building out a personal brand. They started building out content that was designed to be attractive to a broad audience. But when they did produce content that was attractive to their target audience, they paid far more attention to it. They looked at that and said, yes, this is truly valuable content, and it's free. And that free content is competing with all the other free content. So why are they giving more attention to this free content? It's because they're getting the social proof of this broader audience saying this person should be paid attention to. Now, here's how to actually use the two audience theory to get prospects wanting, clamoring, desiring to work with you. What you need to do is create a list of content, a long one, that will cover a variety of topics. This is going to go into your editorial calendar. We don't want to do stuff that's just targeted to our market, the people who are going to buy from us. Remember, we've got to go after the broad audience and have them pay attention to us. Look at us like we are minor celebrities, internet famous. If we can achieve that, then our market is going to trust us. They're going to get to know us and then hopefully like us. Hopefully you like me, and then they'll begin to trust you because they have gotten familiar with you. And not just familiar, there's this social proof that says you're special and should be paid attention to. And then I want you to make highly educational content that is aimed right at the type of people who are going to give you money. Because when they see that educational material, they're actually going to consume it. One of the toughest parts of creating content is that most of it never gets consumed. So when we get that educational content, the stuff that's going to prove our expertise and our authority to our market, when they get it, they'll pay attention because they have become broadly aware of us. We inundate their world, and people they know us. And that will make them get on the phone with you and say, I can't believe I'm talking to you. Okay, I know this was a very complex topic about an idea that you've never heard about using content that is not aimed at the people who will ever give you money, or maybe only buy a book or something from you, but are never going to buy your core service. They're never going to buy from your agency. Producing content for them, I know that's a unique idea, but it does work. I've studied it for almost 2 years now, and there are a lot of examples. I can't go into all of them here, but I want you to start paying attention. Just go to the easy one. Go pay attention to Gary Vee and look at all the content that he makes that has absolutely nothing to do with VaynerMedia, and yet that audience is one of the key reasons Fortune 500 companies give VaynerMedia well over $100 million a year. All right, if you found the two audience theory at least a bit intriguing, please like, subscribe, share, and do all the socials. And I will see you in the next video. 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. We just passed it, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for paying attention to me. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being a part of the beginning of my journey on YouTube. It's crazy, and I'm super excited, and I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.